Hi guys, this is Shane Finis, and you could also call me the Digital Nanay. And today we are in the very first training episode that we will be doing a series of because we want to help you become an online freelancer too. So we as online freelancers have come together and we've decided that we will help those who want to become freelancers as well because we have already enjoyed the perks of being an online freelancer as a stay-at-home mom or a work-at-home mom. We have already enjoyed, earning a decent income, taking care of our kids, and having the best of both worlds. So if you are someone who also wants to be there for your family, have more time for them, but still earn the kind of income that would give you a lifestyle that you want and deserve, then why don't you try online freelancing? And so today we will be talking about how to become an appointment setter. And this is our first episode because I've seen a lot of job openings for appointment setters. And no one else could talk about this better than someone who is an expert at this. She's an expert appointment setter, and she's been a sought after appointment setter, and she's now hiring other moms to become appointment setters themselves. And so I would like to introduce to you a very good friend of mine, Maria Cabos. Hi, Maria.
Hi, yes, hi, Shane, and also hello to everyone who will be viewing this on replay. So I'm very happy that you're here and you're taking a look because that means that you're already taking that one step further into your interest in going home base.
Yes.
So
So
congrats.
thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And for those of you who are asking, like, is there something that you're gonna sell in the end? No, this is a free training. We're not selling anything, no strings attached. This is free service for all of you, especially for fellow parents out there who want to work from home too. Okay, so
Right.
before we start with the how, why don't we tell them first, like, what exactly is an appointment setter? What do you do when you're an appointment setter? Just so we could give them an idea, especially for the newbies who have no idea of what an appointment setter is.
Okay, of course. Well, firstly, it would be coming from different niches, right? So
Yeah.
there is the booming niche right now, which is the real estate investment. We also want to take in consideration real estate agents, Medicare campaigns, insurance campaigns, B2B, or what we call business to business. So B2B is mainly companies trying to call other companies or trying to get in touch with their CEOs to offer their own products or possibly softwares. Also, good for VAs or secretaries who want to set appointments for their bosses. So typically, it's just a no brainer. What you will be doing is to set appointments. It could either be from an inbound kind of work or outgoing kind of work. That means for inbound, you have people calling in and wanting to get your services and speak with your agents or your boss, so you set an appointment for them. Or it could be the other way around, where you are the one calling, you ask a couple of questions, see if they fit the criteria that you're looking for, and if they do, then you set a date and time for them to meet with either your boss or your agent.
So basically it's more of like you're a support for, is it mostly in sales? Would it be good if you have a sales background, or you've talked about inbound and outgoing or outbound? So is this a job fitting for call center agents, or is this something that they would easily transition into if you're from the BPO industry and want to work from home?
Actually, yes. It is a big advantage to those who have had call center experiences, because with us here in Iloilo, most of the call center experience or call center work that is currently being done are mostly telco companies, right? So, and others. Obviously, there are others, but most of them are working on sales. So it's good because you already have the background. And most of the time, we do set the appointment for most of our technicians to go over their house to install the internet, to install the phone, to install the cable, right? So
Yes.
that is mainly what you're doing here, except that the people that are coming could be technicians, could be agents, could be presidents of companies, could be different kind of people. And it's good, but we don't want to limit it to just call center people, right? But if you're really good in English, no matter you don't have any good training, and I'm seeing really good in English only because if you want to get your message across to somebody, you have to be good at both by having to be able to understand their their language, not just the English language, but understanding the words between the words, the
Yes.
unsaid words, kumbaga. Because you have to have the talent of being able to know your customers and know your clients. So we have to have people who are good in speaking, who are good in building rapport, who are good in understanding the the human part, kumbaga, because there are others na pang technical lang gid,
Yeah.
and then what they usually do is troubleshoot and stuff like that, right? But here in this kind of work, you want to be able to have a lot of experiences with different kind of people, because every day when I get to speak with the different people that I connect with, there are people who are calling, they're old, they're retiring, they want to look at houses and buy. There are those who are just new in their life, they just got married, they are hoping for kids and stuff like that. There are those who are young and need advice. So you need to be able to know how to deal with these different types of people.
Okay, so what you said where they have to be good in English is that's a
Mm-hmm.
non-negotiable, of course, because you have to have that call
Because
center accent, or I was once hired in a call center, but that was for a summer job way back
mm-hmm.
way back in college when it was still PLDT Ventus, EPLDT Ventus. So you know how long that was, and we are all taught how to speak with the slang. So but that time
Mm-hmm.
our client or the people that we're talking to, they must not know that we are in the Philippines. They should expect that because of our accent and the way we speak, that we are in the States. So how about for these appointment setters, are they also required to have that slang and accent?
Well, I don't want to put a line to it. I don't want to put, I don't want to have somebody feel that I'm not too good in English,
Yeah.
so I'm not just gonna go for this, right? If you feel like you wanted to try and do the appointment setting thing, go ahead and do so, right? But then again, it's always a fair warning that most of the requirements in the job is really good English, and the reason why is we don't want you speaking to the prospective clients who will probably be earning your boss thousands and thousands of dollars, and have them get turned off because you don't know exactly what to say, right? So we need somebody with confidence who can do it. Let's say, for example, you're not very confident in speaking, you're not very good in English, but you can understand, you can get your message across, and you also know what they're doing. Then give it a try. There are a lot of job opportunities right now who said no experience, okay, I will train you, but then again, you have to really be an empty sponge.
Yeah.
You have to take it all, and at the same time, if you put your heart to it, then hindi ka sige reklamo, I can't do
Yeah.
it. If you really wanna try, then dapat open ang mind mo nga ang expectation same is that you will be improving your English and your skills as well. But it is definitely a very big advantage to those with good English.
I think that English is probably above average, not exactly sound like an American, right? But the most important skill that you mentioned was to be able to connect to
Mm-hmm.
whoever it is that you're talking to, understand what their problem is, be a critical
Yep.
thinker, and know what to say next so that you would
Mm-hmm.
get that appointment from them, right? So
Right.
you are
Right.
already hiring. You're already hiring. What's the number one thing that you look for when you're hiring so that they could also prepare for that, or build that as a skill or as a character? So are you more
Mm-hmm.
on attitude or skills kind of employer? So what are you looking for?
Well, To be honest, there are two things that is really very important to me. We're not gonna talk about technical stuff because it's really obligated. You need to
Yeah.
have those. But if we're looking at, so number one, the English. The English is really important to me. I don't want to be putting somebody there and then just have them get terminated after 1 week, right?
Yeah.
So the English is number one. It should be 11/10, something like that. And the second
Non-negotiable.
is really non-negotiable for me. And then the attitude. I want to be able to put someone there who is energetic and happy and friendly. And there's a lot of good things that I can say right here, but I don't want to put somebody there who's not willing to be there, right?
Yeah.
I always go for attitude. I always go for somebody who says that that's the reason again why I usually look for moms, and I don't want to be biased outside, for all the other single people there, but the reason why moms are really the good fit is because they are financially very motivated. You have somebody who does not want to depend on their husband for money. You have somebody who wants to earn so many more money because they have kids, they want to feed, they want to take care of their kids every weekends and stuff like that. They want to be able to provide and to also have a lifestyle where di na sila magulat pa sa bana nila nga maghatag sa kwarta sa ila.
Yes.
So damo sila kumbaga motivation, and dala ko gakuha usually sa pool of mothers because hindi sila ang tipo nga I cannot lose this job because kinanglan ko pa
Yes.
magbakal diaper, kinanglan ko pa magpakal gatas. So sila ang tipo nga halungan ko ni ang obra because if single ay Jebs, pwede nga hindi na ako na mag-obra sa amin kay may lagaw ko or kay may night out
Yes.
ko with
Yes.
boyfriend ko or
Priorities.
kay may mga travels pa ko, right? So,
Priorities.
and I don't wanna say that wala ka di space sa mo ni no work because if you're single but you're committed, you have plans for your family, you wanna save, di bala? Pwede ginasave mo. But I think the number one thing that employers right now are looking at is how committed are you in terms of being able to be there when you're needed.
Yes. That's true.
And not just a appointment setter. I think it just works for everything else, even in the corporate world.
And one thing about the working from home scene is you don't have a boss or your boss is online and it's probably
Mm-hmm.
12 hours with 12-hour difference and you have to be
Mm-hmm.
self-motivated. You have to be so
Mm-hmm.
self-aware that you know what would help you focus, you know what would
Mm-hmm.
help you work better. So I will just share one example because I have self-diagnosed ADD, attention deficit disorder, and every single thing in our house catches my attention. And then one time, and then there's kadenang ginto, and then there's your child pooping, and then it's everything. But you know what saves me, and I just recently discovered this, I'm still a pen and paper kind of person. So if I take note of every single task that I do, I feel like I have an accomplishment, and it sends a signal to
Mm-mm.
my brain that, oh, I've done something good, and then I will do it again. And so that's just because I
Mm-mm.
am self-aware. I have I think I probably do have
Mm-mm.
ADD. And so that's one thing that you embrace your flaws. You know who you are, you
Mm-hmm.
embrace your flaws, and then you pivot, you do something about it. Hindi lang yang
Right.
ay amo niya akong sitwasyon, wala na gid ko niya tsansa, wala na gid ko ni pakatuan kay amo ko niya, ay
Mm-mm.
hindi ko daw pwede because I lack focus. I mean, there's always something
Ah.
that we could do about our situation, right? It's not just, getting
Mm-hmm.
stuck. So
Right.
if you're the kind of person who is committed and has a
Mm-mm.
dedication for work, then this could be a good thing for you. Especially because it takes graveyard shifts, right?
Yes, definitely. And not just graveyard shift because lately I've had a couple of clients where we have EST, we have MST, we have PST. So
Oh,
you can't just be prepared for a night shift. You have to be prepared in the what I call here the middle shift because it's more of like you start at 1 and then you end at 10, something like that. So you have to
1
ensure
a.m. Are we
or
talking
to
about 1
know
a.m.?
the schedule. Yeah, yes. Mostly miyara nga mga nag-start 5 a.m. and then nag-end tag 11 a.m. sa mga
Mm.
MST na siya kag sa PST. So, it's not just graveyard shift that we're preparing for. We have to prepare for like at least 8 hours of our day to spend, whether it would be night or it would be day. And I think that's an important thing as well. If you're looking at applying, take a look at the time zones, take a look at what you're actually going into, because it would be a waste of time to apply and then di ka gali available in this time frames. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of mothers or a lot of people have a lot of things that they process during the day. Makadto ka sa government centers,
Correct.
makadto ka sa mga
School.
kabataan mo.
Mm.
So
Sugat.
yes, sa school. So it would be good to know kung anong time zones ang client mo. I think it's one of the most important or first questions that you have to ask during the interview for you to know that if you will actually pursue the job or not.
Yes, exactly. Because it would be a shame for you to accept the job, ace the
Tapos
interview,
hindi ka
and
available.
then when the
Oo.
time comes that you have to perform and deliver, you're not there because, oh, I can't wake up at this time, or
Correct. Yes.
you have to be you have to be able to discipline yourself, right?
Mm.
And so,
Yes.
how about for those nga wala pa naka-start, so they have to set up their their tech at home. What is
Mm-hmm.
needed, or what do they need to buy? Let's talk about gadgets,
Mm-hmm.
technology, softwares, applications, and if you have an idea, probably how much, like what do they need
Mm-hmm.
to prepare naman on the tech side so that they would be ready to become an appointment setter?
Okay. Well, since we're talking about how to start na, no, we're talking about technicality. I just want to share where I started.
Okay.
So I started, I would say, I left ICOR January of 2017. I was pregnant. I was already 3 months na lang nabilin. Somebody hired me to do freelance writing for them, and 500 pesos a day freelance writing. So I realized, oh, so in one day I was able to make 13 to 15 articles in one day. So one article at least
Wow.
400 to 500 words. And I realized, namal ko, sa talaga lantaw-lantaw ako sa Facebook, one article is already at $5 to $7 an article. And I'm
Mm-mm.
just being paid 500 pesos a
Mm-mm.
day. So ako, dulugi ko,
Look at
dulugi
yes.
ko. So samtang wala, at the same time, freelance writing ko, I also work dito sa Teletech during the night because I have 3 kids. I'm pregnant. I'm paying the bills and all that. Ako lang isa because my husband is the one taking care of all the 3 kids. So, ginadungan ko siya. Gateletech ko kung gabi,
Self-employed ever
ga-freelance writing ko
since.
kung aga. Wala kami nagyaya
Oh my
because
God.
there's always that fear of being when you leave the kids with someone you don't know.
Yeah.
And as kubudlay mangita sang yaya nga nga masaligan. So, amo to tag 2 hours lang ang tulog ko and pregnant pa ko at the same time. Tapos ang bako lugi, id ko katama. So, while I was writing, I was checking Facebook and all that. Nag-try ko, and I had a lot of people saying that you have a very big potential, but then again, technically speaking, we can't hire you because naging ka outdated sang akon nga tama naging sang outdated sang akon computer. Tuntod, and I don't have money for it. I don't
Yeah.
have money for to buy a new one. I don't even have money to rent or to go somewhere. So I took a chance and told them that if you really believe that I can do it and that I have potential, I don't think my computer will be hindrance to my performance. Ginprank ako,
Ah.
if you know that my skills are, something that you can't find elsewhere,
Elsewhere.
and I know that you can find this voice and this talent elsewhere. Not that I'm, bragging here,
Mayabang
but
yan.
I
Yes.
I think that it was a bold move for me to say that, and they actually hired me and they
Wow.
gave me a chance. So it gave me an opportunity to save para nga makabakal ako sang laptop. To be honest, wala ako nagbakal. Nagkuha ako sa home credit. They took a chance on me as well sa home credit. Inambalan ko sila nga I'm earning this and that. Tapos they were able to give me a laptop, pero actually Celeron lang na ang iya nga nga processing. So,
Processor.
medyo
Yes.
hinay siya. So, I would, oo, gusto ko, if you are going to start 4 gig na RAM or higher, or i3 or higher, well, to be honest, sa specific, to be honest, about specifics ang technology, hindi gid ko na da siling sagad. This headset, 300 lang ni, kaya kuya, kung makabarato ko dito ko sa barato, but then,
Yes.
I would suggest if may budget ka between, 500 to 1,000 pesos ang manami nga headset, ang noise cancelling, and then may arat like 700 sa concept computer ko nagbakal last time. Uh, Ari siya, Plantronics ni siya. So, very good. Nami ni siya. Kag very tunog ni siya. So, sa laptop ni siya. If laptop or computer, actually, I would suggest ang USB type kay mas nami ang iya connection. And then obviously you go for internet, you go for hardwired grid. Kay kung mag-wifi ka, usually you lose the connection and medyo choppy kapag mag-calls
Yes.
because you have to understand you're making calls if you're doing appointment setting. So you have to go hardwired, 5 Mbps or higher. I have unlimited 20 Mbps fiber from PLDT. You can go for Globe, but tanan man sila may issue actually, pero diri ko sa Pavia so far one time lang ko nagka-issue sa PLDT. Aside from that, never gid siya naging down for me. Pag actually 20 ang ginabayaran ko per 30 ang nakakuha ko diri sa account end. So, I'm very happy with it, and technically speaking, also you have to have extra. If ready ka na, if naka-save ka na, I was able to have, I now have 2 laptops and 1 computer after 2 years. Something that I cannot buy sa call center ko nga 7 years ko, team leader pa ko.
True.
Wala, yun ko may nabaklan kag na-invest sa self ko. But here, I was able to, that laptop nga isa, nabakal ko siya. The other laptop, yun padala sang ako niya previous boss. Kaya hindi niya na ako no magamit. And then, computer.
Yeah, I saw that
Tapos,
in your post.
sometimes you get really lucky with bosses nga ga-offer lang sa mga amuni, and it really happens. So, there, technically speaking, I'm not really the right go-to person. But then again, amo na siyang expectations is when you have all those things already, your computer, your internet, your headset, the next steps are is to make sure that communication-wise, your client will be able to reach you. So first, of course, Gmail. I tell you that I would suggest Gmail because Hangouts is usually a platform that clients also use to call or interview you.
Yeah.
Skype is very important. WhatsApp, get WhatsApp on your phone. The reason why sometimes wala sila Skype, wala sila Hangouts, they want you to call them directly in their phone numbers. So, obviously, if wala ka way to connect with them otherwise, WhatsApp is the best way to go. Voxer as well, because most of them use that now as well. And there are other ways to communicate, but those things that I called out, those are really the major communication things that they use to talk to you.
When it comes to calling abroad, is there a
Mm.
special software or a special equipment that you need to use in order to do that? And is the client paying for it? Like, how does that work?
Okay. So the first thing that you do is you have to have I the aforementioned the four things, so Skype, Hangouts, Voxer, or WhatsApp. And then it differs. So there are
Mm.
definitely hundreds and hundreds of dialers out there that your client can use. So I can't call them out right here, but most of the time clients are the one paying for that. Okay? So may ara na sila subscription. Tapos ang brown na lang nila is ask you to download the application and then give you the login. And
Uh,
then Matic, you can connect already to whoever and whenever. Okay? But may araman nga tamaan siya kakuripot, mahambal pa siya nga, ikaw na lang set up, ako na lang mabayad, pwede man na. So usually for that, what I do is I have my own personal Skype account, right? And then I made, so if may client ko, gaubra ko sang Skype, sang Gmail account nga bago, let's say for example, Maria client1 at gmail.com. And then I make a Skype account for that for that Gmail. So, Maria, blah, 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 mo na. And then, kuha ko free trial sa Skype. Kaya may free trial na siya for 1 month.
Yeah, that you
And
can
then,
call.
usually, amo na ang ginagamit ko. And then, gina-negotiate ko sila. Bako, $2.99 may be small for you, but it's big for me already. If you can, please pay for it. You can pay for it via your own PayPal or via my PayPal, whichever way works. If ma-maintain niya na yun, ang Skype nga na.
That's great. That's great. So technically, the apps for this is for communicating with clients is Gmail, Skype, WhatsApp, and Boxer. And for dialers, that could we name like at least one or two just to give them an idea of what kind of so aside from the Skype where Skype now has a feature where you could call phone numbers abroad, right? Because I have one client
Yes.
naman before where we use that to text people, but
Yes.
this you could also use that for calling.
Yes. For Skype, I've never actually texted via Skype, but let's call out a few dialers. Sorry, for those who are watching, you might be thinking that I'm not looking at you, but my camera is just situated differently. Okay. So, Ring Central is usually the most used dialer because it's very user friendly. It works like a cell phone. You
Mm,
can call and receive calls at the same time. You can even leave voicemails. So, Ring Central has different features. So, depende sa subscription ng client mo. Miyara nga, they wanna go for the basic feature where usually calls and text lang or maybe calls lang. Miyara nga features nga tanan ginakuha nila. That means may recordings and then may other stuff. So, aside from Ring Central,
Central.
there are other dialers that I've used like Zoiper, Xlite. So these are usually dialers nga gina-connect mo sa mga dialing system nila.
Okay, so that's those are just software. So there's no need to buy an equipment that's separate just to call people abroad, right?
So far, I know that there are people or bosses who send equipments to their employees. But it would save them a lot if they do everything online.
Yeah.
So, usually, ang ginatawag na nila is soft phone. So, ginapa-download ka lang nila sang soft phone nga application nila and then you're good to go.
Okay, okay, that's great. And I think it would be very inconvenient, to send equipment abroad to your VA.
Mga avaya nga mga lagko.
Okay, so um, now that they know or they have an idea what exactly an appointment setter does, all the technical requirements, is this for them? Are they ready to buy those or to equip themselves with those tech requirements? So let's
Mhm.
talk about finding clients, getting
Ah.
hired, applying and winning those good clients and negotiations because
Okay.
you're sought after now. People are
Mhm.
telling you to please apply for this job. I have this job posting. Please apply. You already get invitations here and there. And I've seen reviews from your clients where they said that your job application was the one that stood out
Mhm.
or right and then it was the most
Yes.
unique and it was the one that caught their attention. So let's talk about that and let's give them an idea, share some of your secrets on how to get those clients.
Okay, so when I first started, like every one of us, my resume was boring. It was under white background. And all of us started that way, right? Most of us in the call center just kung ano lang da mabutang ta sa
Mhm.
resume ta. But here, diri sa online world, we want to catch their attention. The reason why is, damo-damo nag-a-apply sa ila every single day. Kung may post na sila. I recently helped one of my client to organize ang mga nag-apply siya. Like, 200 plus yung
Wow.
nag-apply. And the reason why I was able to find at least 10 lang gid nga nag-stand out sa akon, as it's because ang ilan na resume or ang ilan na cover letter, kumbaga pagbasa mo dumahook ka bala.
Yeah.
You have to have that kind of magic nga ma-hook mo ang imo client nga basahon niya ang resume mo or basahon niya ang client mo. Ano ang cover letter mo,
Yes.
right? So, um sa first ko nga pag-try-try, sa Facebook lang ko nagpangita. So, it would be good if you're part of a bigger online group. So, let's say, for example, here, Ilonggo Freelancers Group, I would suggest going for, especially for mothers, Filipina home-based moms or
Yeah,
FH
FH moms.
moms,
Yeah.
online Filipino freelancers, mga big guns na gina sila ya. Damo
Of
na sila
yes.
unod da.
Yes.
And if you wanna know more, kag dito ya, so far sige first na pa lang yung episode and I know we can get more, we can improve on everything.
Yes.
Pero dito sila they already have a platform nga ready na tanan pagbukas mo, tanan yung information na sa imo. So
Exactly.
if you wanna start now, you have to make sure also nga you put effort into reading those and watching stuff like this that's going on. It's free, wala ka gastuhon, chimpo mo lang gid. So, amo na ginabra ko sa una is lang ako sa Facebook page, nag-apply ko. Um, so things that you have to tapos ulihi ko na nadiskubrihan ang online jobs page. Actually, Odesk pa na sa muna, nakagiman ko Odesk
Upwork.
pero wala na siya. Um, nag-try ko Upwork for a while pero gin-suspend nila ko. I don't know why. Um, so, for now, actually, Upwork okay man siya. I mean, based on safety, pala kumbaga, sa imo nga sahod and all, saludo ko sa Upwork because may process din sila.
Yes.
Pero, subong dumabudlayan kagawa kay budlay mag-apply, budlay ma-approve. Tapos,
True.
kapag na-approve ka na, may bayad pagin mag-apply. So,
Yes.
magastuhan kay
Yes.
sa Upwork. So most of my clients I get from onlinejobs.ph and the reason is damo to application. Damo man to nga mga mambay kung nga scam pero dapat mahibalaan mo man kung di na scam or hindi. And that's a topic for another day.
Yes.
So onlinejobs.ph and Facebook lang gid usually dira ako gapangita clients. So and the reason why people are messaging or sending job applications to me is first my resume and then the second is the cover letter because my cover letter includes everything. And then here's another story because like I said, I helped my client last time sa pag mga applicants ka nagsululod sa iya. The reason these top 10 people nga napili ko, ara na tanan nga kinanglan ko sa cover letter nila. So, hindi ka pwede magpasa sa cover letter, tapos mahambal ka lang, good day. I went to real
You want to
story, ang
apply.
message ka, good day. Good day lang yun, Tapos, ang isang message niya is, hi, I am interested. Hindi pwede ganyan mag-apply nga, hi, I am interested or please consider me for the application. Let me share my screen with you. I'll show
Yes.
you my cover letter. So, here. Okay, so this is my cover letter. Actually, save ko na siya sa akong email. Kaya right now, ang online jobs PH, hindi yan nakamapasave. But here, you can just copy and paste that. So, generic din siya katama, but I strongly really suggest nga you go for personalized.
Yes.
And paano mo siya ma-personalize? Basahon mo gid ang job requirements. So,
Yes.
pagbasa mo sa job requirements, hibalod mo ano ang kinanglan niya. May mga special instructions bala siya nga ginbutang dito. Kay kung and it happened, may ara nga gwapo pa to siya ang client. Tapos, nami-nami ang work niya, nami-nami ang work na gin-offer niya. Sorry. Ara ang bata ko, say hi.
Hi, Mimi.
Okay. These are the perks of being at home, though. So, amo to gwapo pa siya namin, padako pa ang job. Tapos, nag-reply siya sa akin, Maria, I really feel bad that you didn't follow the instructions because I really want you. 'Di ba?
Oh.
Sayang. So, lesson learned. So, basahon mo tanan para wala ka may ma-miss.
Yes,
Okay? So,
exactly.
here, so I started with obviously my introduction ka. And then, i-mention mo ang the post about your job that you're looking for this and this and that. Specify mo kung ano ginpangita niya para mabala niya nga ginbasa mo.
Yes, yes.
Tapos, offer ka not just your skills, pero offer ka nga aside sa skills ko, amo ni siya ang ma-expect mo sa akon.
Mm-hmm.
I can help you build stronger relationships with your team. I can give you ideas on how to better incorporate rewards and recognition. I can come up with improvements on your scripts, kung ano mga skill set mo. And I can tell you how to incentivize your employees
Yes.
and stuff like that. Tapos, highlight mo man ang skills mo, but I don't want you to focus on really talking about you. Okay,
Yes.
so it's 30% you, 70% of what you can do for the company.
Yes, exactly.
So, and the reason, isa pa gid nga na mayara nga nag-apply nga, sus, isa ka nobela, gid tanan niya nga skills, tanan niya nga experience. No, boring na
Yes.
katama.
And
Boring
they
na
don't have
katama pa
time.
sound.
They don't have time
Wala.
to really
Correct,
read
correct. So,
everything.
ari lang ang ako nga gin-highlight to. Two sentences lang siya about sa experience ko. So, i-shortcut mo lang, I do telemarketing, I do sales and customer service, I work for Medicare software companies, amo na. Tapos, ari na. If you want to reach me and if you want to know more about me, here are the links. Amo na lang na, diretso mo na. So, Skype, importante kung paano kanya ma-communicate.
Yes,
If you have a
exactly.
website, so another topic for another day, which is
Yeah.
good kung may website ka.
True.
Recording, prepare an audio or preferably video recording. For recording, I would go for Vocaroo or SpeakPipe. So, sa first nga recording, nga ginasend ko is about myself, about the work that I've done in the past. So, again, just keep it at a minimum of at least 2 minutes. I-summarize mo na gidya nga hindi mo gid no need to be specific kay nag-work ko kay letter A, amo ni ginobra ko, amo ni ma'am na. So, specific ka na lang, general mo na lang nag-telemarketing ko for 2 months, nag-investment ko, mama mo na. Let's see. And then the second recording is usually I do a script. So let's say real estate investor na siya. Google mo lang real estate investor script, basahon mo, i-add mo da siya. And the reason why is
Mm.
para mabatian niya tingog mo. Let's say for example, may ara isa nga wala ako nag-follow instructions, pero tama kay kuno ya ka tempting nga hindi ako pag-hire kay kanami sa tingog ko. Again, you build your value by adding these kind of little things.
Yeah. How
So,
effective do you think is it to add the recording? Or is this also when it comes to applications? This is also a non-negotiable since you're vying for the appointment setter job. So is this a need that they do this?
I think it's 100% effective, kid, because you're using your voice. So, this job, ginagamit mo gid ang voice mo. What more, ano gid ang importansya is mabatian niya ang voice mo eh. The quality of your voice, the quality of your English, the quality of your headset,
Yes.
it depends on your recording. So, the better your recording is, the better chances nga i-hire ka niya. So, make sure gid nga mag-include ka recording. You can't apply for an appointment setting job if you don't put a recording there. Also, I've included employer references. So, I've had really good relationships with my past bosses. Tapos, nagpaubra ko sa ila ubrahe ko video, kaya let go mo ko, help me find a new job. And it really actually helped a lot. Damo man nag-message sa akin, I took a look at Derek's video of you. I was really happy to hear about all this commendation about you. So, I still speak with my previous bosses. Tapos, they tell me that napangita kami yapon sa mga friends ko. They're still looking for VA. So, it's good to know that ara gyapon nga ginadumdum kanila sa skills mo at sa relationship nga ginhatag mo sa ila. Right?
Yes.
Speed test, it's important. I already included the link to my speed test. Kung ang pinakataas mo nga speed test result, ang na ibutang mo. Amo na nga.
Siyempre.
Yes. LinkedIn, pero I don't know if they actually check this out. I don't really update my LinkedIn, but I know for some kind of jobs it's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Pero for appointment setting, I don't really know if it is because I don't find a lot of jobs in LinkedIn anyway. My OLJ profile, I included it. My resume, obviously. So, you have to make sure that your resume, sa una, gago pa ko nga gina-attach ko ang akong resume nga downloadable siya. So, ginalink ko na lang siya para isa na lang ka-click sang imo nga client. Okay? And the reason why, sometimes naga-email back pa sila, pag nagambal sila nga, sorry, can you send me another link nga pwede ko ma-access? Kiti nabut-ara ko ga-travel ko. Subong do medyo. Basta something like that.
Yeah.
So, kesa sa i-download pa nila, padugang-dugang ka pa sa kabugaton sang phone nila, hindi na. Open na, butang ka na lang sang link. You can do Dropbox, you can do Google Drive.
Okay.
So, yes. And another thing that's important too, although not a lot of employers ask this, is your DISC test. So, this test is your personality test. You can do Tony Robbins. There are a lot of this or personality tests that you can take and then make it shareable as well. The reason why is some employers look if ang personality mo is fit para sa personality niya.
Yeah.
Di ara nga kung tamaan ka hayang ay mo, hindi siya simo. Kay taman ka hayang di niya. So, sometimes kapangita sila nga dapat sync kita. Hindi pwede nga lain ta duwa personality kasi mag-clash ta.
So
So,
what's
it's
your
also
disc personality? Ako, I'm very high on I and D, but higher ang I.
actually, amo ni siya akong disc result. At to be honest, hindi ko kayo hindi, pero I think taas ang akon nga
D?
D?
That
D,
one?
no?
Yeah.
Are, this ano no, I think taas ang akon I. Are, 95 ang akon I. So, into, ano na, wala akong actually kintindi, pero baan ko nga importante na sila. So, there. Kina-include ko ginakay, pero may sila pangita sa mga
Yeah. I've
personality
had
test.
clients who needed that personality test done too.
So, it's important. There. Tapos, syempre, send me a message so we can speak further and then you end it by, again, highlighting your name, your maybe phone number, your Skype, or your email address. This is really the cover letter that really made it big for me, to be honest. So,
Wow.
kita nyo, tanan nga links, Arada,
Yeah.
every week I apply ko, every week people respond. So, sometimes it's not because wala ka skills. Sometimes it's because hindi ka lang ikabalo magbasa ng cover letter.
True.
So it's good. It's good that you know what to do and what to put. So I wanted to share my resume. So this is my resume. I made it via Canva. I
Yes.
made it for 30 minutes. Okay. So, okay, ba nyo, ay katikalon, say 30 minutes lang, Canva, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, sang nag-start ko sa Canva, nabudlayan man ko, syempre. So, better start now. And, syempre, explore mo na si Canva para mas maintindihan mo siya. So, this is what Canva looks like. Again,
Canva is
it's
actually
another
very
topic for another day.
intuitive. Like if you
Mm,
need something, you could see it there that you could
correct.
just press that and what you
Mm.
need is already there. It's very easy to use.
Yes. So, take your time to get to know Canva. Damo dito resumes nga pwede mo lang
Yes,
i-delete ang ngalan nila, edit mo lang mo ngalan mo, hindi ka na
exactly.
maminsar, copy-paste na
Exactly.
lang. Pero I put a lot of thought in it because I want to put my personality into my resume. Okay, so clients are saying that, so you're the girl with the creative resume. Also, you're Hermione Granger. Amo na ang ilang. So, it's my way for them to remember me.
Yes.
Okay, so dapat may ara agad trademark kay mo. Let's say for example, oh, hilig ka sa Game of Thrones, hilig ka sa Lord of the Rings, ano gusto mo, incorporate it in your resume for them to know more about you without having to speak with you. Kilala na ka sa resume mo pa lang, balaan na ka kung ano ka. Do, oh,
Yes.
pagkita yan, do ma-feel mo nga, she's probably energetic, she's probably lively, she's probably bubbly, kay kung ano-ano mga ginapangwakal niya. So, sa imo resume, again, just include what I've put sa akong nga cover letter, which is here in the get to know me portion, get to know me fast. Actually, nag-include pa ko gani reasons why I am not with my previous employers. Sometimes they ask that, and kung wala na ko nila gin-hire because ang akong resume, tag 2-3 months lang ang lagan. Because that's really how long real estate investors
Need you.
relationships are with their
Yeah.
employers, to be honest. So, they have to know why you aren't with your past
Yeah.
employers. Because sometimes they
They
just
might
assume,
misunderstand that you're a job
yes,
hopper or something.
oo, correct. So, gasum sila nga, ano ka ba, bayaan mo lang kami, stuff like that. So, hindi man sa defensive ka, but you have to let them know, we ended in good terms. Financially, the company didn't really make it.
Yeah.
The company died within the time that I was there. So, it was a mutual decision that the employer had to let me go so he can close the company. And hindi mo pag-ipa-sound nga, it's because of you.
Yeah.
I left because there was no appointments. I had to be let go because there were appointments, but the appointments when they met client and prospect, or my boss and the prospect, they didn't really come up with a decision to sign a contract. So hindi ko na niya fault. Ang boss ko yang wala na close deal. Hindi
Yeah.
na ako sala. Ako
Yeah.
yan nag-set lang ko appointment.
True.
Something like that, right? So again, make sure that you put all the items where they can reach you at. Kag advice ko lang kay since sometimes gi-check sila Facebook, sa totoo gi-check sila
Yes.
Facebook. Make sure your Facebook hindi siya Jejemon, ang ngalan mo complete ang ngalan mo. As much as possible, tinlo ang mga posts mo sa imo Facebook. Wala
No
ka garant about
negatives.
sa mga boss
Yeah.
mo or whatever.
Yeah.
Because turn off man na sa ila.
Because
And then,
they would think that if something wrong
right,
happens along the way, you would also
base sila
badmouth
naman na yun,
them
di
and
ba
their
kon mo?
company.
Right. Correct. So, work experiences, I included my work experiences sa corporate world because I think it gives me value that I work for the call center industry for 7 years.
Yeah.
Kag siyempre may value man kay nag-work ko sa pharmacy care sang una. So may ara ko slight knowledge about healthcare. Something like that. Oh. Tapos nag-sales coach ko before. So it helps as well. Does it hindi ka man magambal nga wala ko be experience sa home base, experience lang ko sa call center.
Yeah.
The call center experience is an additional asset or additional value for you. There. So,
That's what
ginpamutangan ko
I
sa mga
think
pictures.
is, a wrong notion with
Mm,
going home base, because people think that you really have to have experience home base. Well, when you come to think of it, like how would every one of us
tana.
who are
Correct.
already doing home based jobs even start, right? So I think one of the biggest things that they could do is just to find value in their previous jobs and their current
Mm,
skills, and that's what they could put there. Not necessarily
mm,
it has to be home based, because as long as it's experience, as long as it's knowledge, it's already
mm.
in you nga hindi na nila makuha, or that's something that is
Correct.
still valuable, not necessarily kung biskan diin mo na siya ginobra sa balay sa
Mm,
corporate world, di ba? So that's
mm.
good. Naging specify mo na, because that's also
Right.
one thing that I see that people get discouraged because they feel like they don't have enough skills or experience when actually they already do have it. Kinahanglan lang siya
Correct. So, yun na.
i-transition.
The 7 years or the how X years that you were in the call center, hindi mo na mabaliwala. Kaya dako-dako gina siyang impact sa imo. If you've been a top agent, if you've been a top TL, ara pa si mo certificate mo si mo, i-scan mo, ibutang mo sa profile mo. It
Yes.
helps,
Yes.
really. So there, I included mga big names nga naobrahan ko sa call center.
Yeah. That
Um,
really helps.
and include ko man ang, syempre, home-based experiences mo, like this, there, mga icons or sturas ang amo na.
The last part of your
Tapos,
resume is my most favorite.
and tell them in, a short statement, nga ako. And dito sila yang in interview mo ligad or hindi tong interview mo pa nga ako na why me, why now?
Yes.
Okay? Well, what I can bring to you is, na lang na, ibutang mo, and then again, don't highlight so much of ni nag-experience ko, blah, blah, blah. Ano, pero tell them I will never be late. Amo na,
Yes.
I can promise that you can talk to me whenever, wherever, I'll be available for you. Amo na. So, ay example ko na sa inyo. Nag-add pa ko some surprises. Charot-charot lang. Tapos naman na, truly yours.
Wait,
Syempre
that's
ngalan ko.
something new, huh? Your some surprises. I think it wasn't
Mm.
there before when I first checked your
So, ang
resume.
include ko man na sa some surprises is na, always ko gina-promote gid ang mga mothers nga na-train ko na nga kung kinanglan pa nila additional people, ari ko di may natudloan ko, may pwede ko ibutang na sa imo. And
Oh, that's
always
good.
kapag ang mga bosses ko gapangitan sila additional people, as you can see sa akon private personal page kag sa akon man nga um, Ilongga virtual assistant moms nga page, ga-post ko always sa mga job opportunities ka pwede ko ma-provide.
That's great. That's great. And I'm really happy that we are starting this. Thank you for being the first person who said yes to me, because this is really not something that is, going to be monetized, but really just more of an advocacy to help
Mhm,
others, especially moms like us, who
mhm,
has been, tired of the corporate world. If you're there and you're happy, then kudos to you,
mhm,
congratulations. But for people like us who would really love to stay at home more and would
mhm,
really prefer to earn an income at home, I'm really happy that we have this platform already and we're starting, and I'm hoping that we progress and we push through with this, because I'm sure with my friends palang ha, I'm sure you also have yours na who are asking, always asking, how do they start? And I don't have all the
Correct.
answers myself. That's why I also need help from others because my skills would probably not be their skills. So I won't be able to teach
Mhm,
them how to start, right?
mhm,
Unless so exactly parehas kami and I could teach them. But they if they have different skills, then I would need people like you who would be willing to share their
mhm,
time to teach them man if they have other skills, especially they and they are willing to be able to give them the opportunity to work
mm,
from home. So thank you so much. Okay,
mm,
so that was amazing. So what I just to sum it all up, keep
mm,
it short and simple, right, with your cover letter and with your resume, but
mhm.
it's complete, but it's concise.
Right.
That they don't have to message back and forth because with 200 applicants, for example, or biskan gali mag-post ka lang sa off, 'di ba? Hey, job
Mm,
offering, amo ni. A lot of people will already send the resume. So with a lot of people sending, you have to be looking at the client's perspective. Like, i-email ko pa ni siya, what? Do I have to send an
mm,
email again just to ask for this information? And if
mm,
they find someone who has already given them all of that, then that's already a
mm.
plus point for you, right?
Right.
And what's really interesting about your resume is you're the only person I saw who did this whole unique Harry Potter thing, who incorporated that magically into the resume, where it still looks professional, but it's fun at the same time.
Right.
And it's something that I think is a very good thing with appointment setting because they're not just looking for technical skills, they're looking for personality, for someone
Right.
who could really talk and engage the
Mm,
prospects just to set that appointment. So thank you so much for sharing. The first time I saw your resume, it's like, wow, that's amazing. I love the last
mm.
part. I love the last part, like why me? That was my most favorite part. That was for me the
Mm.
wow, mind blown. That was pure genius. And so my last question for you, do you have anything to add, by the way? How about interviews? Let's talk about interviews.
For interviews, ani maubra kita if ever in the second part of this
Yes,
training.
a second
You can,
part of your
we can play interviews and you
role
can do like
plays.
yes, role
Yeah,
plays.
that's
And
amazing.
actually, kung may mga interviews kid man ko, as much as possible, I try to record it via Skype, but I still haven't figured out how to download that. But may ara ko din nga mga interviews pero ara siya sa Skype, but I'd love to once I figure it out, I'd be more than happy to share it with the team. Again, when I speak with them at the end of the conversation when they tell me that, so do you have any questions for me? I just tell them, when do I start? I'm not gonna simply,
Oh,
when do I start?
we have the same question. Like I'm always assuming that
Mm-hmm.
I'm hired. Like
Yes,
when
gakadlaw sila tapos gahambal sila, "Well, I'll let you know." Okay, I'm just hoping it's Monday because I love starting on Monday. And mga super assume ka gid bala pero confident ka at the same time without having to be rude to them.
yes,
Parang
exactly.
no, this is just fun. Do mo na bala.
Mm-mm.
And also for those who are watching this and you feel like you fit the criteria of being able to work with me and stuff like that, I'd love for you to send me your recording lagi kinanglan ko. I really want to know your English. I think I have a few jobs that I can put for you. My agents can attest to that. You can also add me into my professional page, which is Ilonga Virtual
Assistant.
Assistant. So Ilva Moms, you can add me there, and you can see there the reviews from my agents. My agents are earning 40 to 50,000 a month.
That's
Wala na
amazing.
na-included ang commission ko sa ila, ha. Siyempre may commission ko sa ila. Ako ang ga-assist. Kumbaga ako ang TL nila. Sa everyday, may mga kinanglan sila ipa-assist. Ako ga-take sa meetings sila. Kung nagtuturo sila where to go, what to do. So for a little amount of money, I can actually earn without having to work already. But
Yeah,
then
without
again,
having your own
namigid niya,
clients and your own
yes, pero
calls.
namigid niya ang may client ko yung akon because it's what you call a fallback in case anything happens,
Yes.
right? But
And
at
it's
this
good if
moment,
you're training someone, it's good to be actually on the field, right? To not
correct.
forget
Yes.
what it feels like to work on the field.
Yes. I have a few sample appointment setting calls that I can share with you guys. Mga feeling ko mga good calls man nga nakaset ko appointments. I can post it within the week for you guys so that you can learn
Yay, that's
exactly,
amazing.
you can hear exactly how it goes. How does appointment setting really work?
Yeah.
there, and I can have some of my agents pull up their recordings as well. Again, nakapost ko last time, and again, this is not about really bragging. It's about sharing how good our lives have turned out. Um,
Yes,
so,
imagine.
I am currently working with 20 clients and 10 agents. So, tagduwa-duwa sila. Most of them tagduwa-duwa sila ka-client, and they're earning 40 to 50,000 a month. Aside from that, pag naka-close deal sila, ang isa naka 10,000 siya last week.
They have
Ang duwa,
incentives, right?
oo, ang duwagin padalaan sila sa mga bosses nila sang mga headset. Diyos ko, tag 5,000 nga mga headset ang padala sa ila. Some are sending us books. Swerte na kami last year sa mga nag-send sa mga Christmas bonuses. And your life will change, I swear. Kapag ready ka na, committed ka na,
Yes.
kompleto na ang gamit mo. You can't come here and tell me, okay lang na just magamit ko sa cellphone. Hindi. So, kung anong ginambal diri, ako na. Okay, okay lang na, Jeps, kung 3 Mbps lang, hindi man. Tanan gid kita, we have to invest in it.
Yes.
Although baka mo nga hapos na sila kay ara na.
Yes.
No, sa first part nga nag-home-base kami, it's very, very difficult, especially wala sang managabulig sa
Yes,
amon.
correct.
Matumato ka lang gid basa, matumato ka lang gid yaya pangita, kag ako sa una, gatulon lang ko insulto sa mga boss ko, Filipino bosses pa na, kay hindi man ko kabalo kung ano brown ko. And lucky ka na right now if you get people like Shane and Mutantabi me and even other
Yeah.
admins in the page who are willing to help. Madlumpat sila para sa imo nga mag-help for free with, hindi kami, I won't say we wanna baby you.
Mm-mm.
Kung anong feeling namo na natabo sa amon before, tutod budlay-budlay gid ya. And sa
Amen.
kundi na kami subong,
Amen.
very happy and very content. Napaskwela ko ang bana ko, nagbalik na siya sa
Yeah, I
college.
saw that post.
Yes, ang mga
Congratulations.
kabataan ko, kaya mo na ipa-private school, puno na ang ref mo sang pagkaon. Nakatilaw kami, tubig na lang gid, kape na lang gid ang ginasudan, ng diaper, utangon mo pa. So,
Oh
we've
my God,
been in
I've been there too. Been there.
promise. And it's possible for you to move up. And ano ko lang daw, segue ko lang. And I think the reason for that is grabe gid ang pag-change ang life ko. And I'd say 2 years ago. So 1 year ko nga, although nag-home base ko, struggle man ko gyapon sa finances ko because tag-isa ka client, tag-duwa ka client, tapos
Mm-mm.
nag-leave,
Mm-mm.
tapos mangita ka naman iban. Ulihi ko na figure out how to be able to juggle this kind of business. And things changed for me May of last year. So almost 1 year na. And the reason why is I went back to God. Amo lang gid na.
Oh, that's amazing. That's an
Yes.
amazing story.
Siya gid ang imo palapitan kag pangayuan kay hatag kita ng simo.
Exactly. I've also been at the lowest points in my life where the only thing that kept me sane was my Bible. So when you're depressed, when you have nothing to do, no clients, zero, no business, nowhere to go, at least I had that book that I could read, and some passages in there kept me sane. Sometimes you open the book, and it's just timely, to read some messages for na feeling mo, oh my God, this is so for me. Nagawa mo na pala.
Right, tama.
So
Naga-emotional ko kay do dumduman ko lang gid ng
everything.
mga kabudlay. Kag do na change ang life ko gidala ko sa mangkod ko sa The Way sa Robinsons na siya. Sa Robinsons sa araw nagsimba ako dito. Tapos do nagsigi-sigi na lang gid, like wala na ko problema subong in terms of finances. So gapasalamat gid ko sa amo na nga nag-turn around ang life ko. And it's not just God, it also has to be from you. Work
Yes.
hard ka man.
Yes.
So
Because
duha
he
ka
will he will
magpa-partner.
give the opportunities, but you will have to
Right.
work for it. Because hindi
Correct.
pwede na you become complacent man. Because I've been there. I have a lot of opportunities and then I became complacent. So
Correct.
easy lang for me to close deals. And then you neglect
Ah,
clients. You disregard them. Wala mo na sila na value. So I think it's
correct.
also a process, no, that we have to learn along the
Yeah.
way. Nga, syempre, it won't be a one-time, straight line and then successful ka na dayon. There will always be ups and downs. So,
Yes, correct.
here's my last question for you, if you may. How do you manage your life with now four kids,
I have 4 kids.
four kids, yayales, being a team leader to your agents, the hero to your clients? How what does your typical day look like? Because for sure, your 24 hours looks a lot different than our 24 hours because ako, I have yaya pa ha, and then, I still feel like I'm tired all the time. So, what is your secret? How do you manage that kind of life?
Actually, correct ka da. I do have a yaya. Uh, pero sa first year of my home base, wala kami nagyaya. So, wala nakaschool ang bana ko. Um, compromise. Compromise din ka mo sang partner mo in life. Kung sino ang dapat ma-sacrifice, kung sino ang maubra. And it doesn't mean kung lalaki siya, kag wala siya ubra, hindi na siya namin nga provider sa family.
Yes, amen.
May mabantay sang bata, may maubra. So now that we're good in our life, nakapangita kami sa yaya. So what I do is, number one priority is maka-work gid ko. And I'm happy that my kids understand nga kung ari na di si mama, go work na siya. If sabadan mo si mama, wala ka, iba ka sa diaper mo or hindi ka kalagaw on the weekend.
That's
And
it.
and always important gid that since go work ka 5 times a week during your weekdays, nabasahan ko that you need to have at least 15 minutes of touch and feel mo gid ang mata mo. So, I have 4 kids. You have to make sure that you allot at least 15 to 20 minutes. Siya lang gid ang attention mo.
So, that's 1 hour
Because,
for you.
yeah, so at least nga mapa-feel mo nga you're connected with them, you still love them, you still
Mm,
want them and appreciate them.
yes.
And on the weekends, spend all the time that you can.
Yeah.
Amo lang gid na.
That's why you don't like attending
Yes.
events on the
Yes,
weekends,
I
right?
don't. Yes. Kag amo na hambal ko gani if you work with me and my team, hindi ako ang tipo nga team building talagaw ta sa layo kadto ta sa
Yes.
amo ni. Unlike sa call center kung kisaya mapilitan ka na mabayad ka hindi ka man gyapon ka upod.
Yeah.
Which is I don't like it ako na kwarta tapos hindi
Hindi
ko ka
kaya
upod amo
ka-enjoy.
na bala.
Mm.
Oo, pero diriya I really ginapaminsar ko gid as a mom. Like, say example, ma-meeting, pakwako niya yan. Hindi ko ako yung mag-meeting sa inyo, yan, spend time with your kids. Unlike kaya sa call center ka, ma-meeting ta before shift, ma-meeting ta after
After
shift,
shift.
tag-inuras pa, Diyos ko. So, no, I want you to spend as much time with your children. I don't take up your time as much as possible. Kumatag ko advice mo within your shift.
Mm-hmm.
Kaga mo na, kung ma-team building kita, let's bring our family. No, mo
Yeah.
na bala,
Amo nga
kumbaga, para,
kapag we
yes,
could already have a Mother's Day out with kids, no? Kids Day out. Because we also have a lot of parents in the Elongo Freelancers group.
right.
So
So,
that's
amo na.
really good consideration that, as a mom, you know how it feels. And then you also consider the feelings of others. Kaya tinaagyan mo na
Correct.
before. You've been there.
Importante yun na. The way you want to be treated by your boss, you do it with your employers.
I think that in itself, building a team, training them, handling them, keeping the good people, it's a whole other topic for another day naman
Correct.
between the
Yes.
two of us because
So
I'm
hopefully we
already
can
in that
actually have
part
another.
and like I'm good when I work for myself with my clients, but I also want to expand and at the same time teach people who are creatives naman niya, because they say nga kung artistic
Graphics.
kaya, there's no good careers in there. But then I want to be able to give naman those jobs sa mga creatives naman locally, especially naman to fellow moms or to fellow parents na who would love to work from home too. So, gapa nga pa pagid ko with the hiring, with the keeping. So that's something that I would love to learn from you as well. But for now, I think we've already
We're good.
got everything covered. Thank you so much for your time. I owe you coffee or lunch next time.
So,
Next time.
ano na lang siguro, I wanna end this by saying sa tanan nga nakalantaw sini or whoever is watching this first, thank you for taking your time. I know to medyo lawig siya. You can reach out to me anytime. Pa-check mo resume mo or cover letter mo. Let's edit it. Another thing that I would like to suggest to everyone is download Grammarly. Oh my God, it's free. You can add
Exactly.
me on Facebook. Grammarly lang gid wala ko sorry ha, pero wala ko medyo ga-reply sa mga wrong grammar. Kay Grammarly is free. Free libre lang yun na ako hindi ka sure, butang lang sa Grammarly tudod. Some clients medyo picky sila. So, dapat before we click, i-double check naman.
Yes.
Because sometimes mayroon na sila assume nga Kung hindi ka namin magsulat, hindi ka namin maghambal. So we also have to be careful in doing that. Hindi man ko nga rude ko it's a good way for us to check on ourselves as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially mga typos, ng mga gagmay.
Yes.
Make sure
Oo.
just this, it would take a few minutes man lang or even seconds to
Oo.
read everything that you've written again. And just to make
Correct.
sure nga wala ka bala. Because it shows carelessness. And that
Correct.
simple mistake would do parang maano siya sa, maybe later on, hindi niya man
Oo.
maano.
Because I say that because there are 2 or 3 clients that I've worked with nga pirmi nga pangorek grammar, totoo. Spelling, nga pangorek na sila biski sala na, i-send niya pa na, you should have said this.
Oh,
So, 'di ba? Do kalaw ay man sa end mo do ka sakit out. So, muna prepare lang sa mga grammar Nazis.
okay, okay. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We've been, pila na, sobra na 1 hour. I'm sure the listeners and the viewers would really appreciate this and would learn a lot from this, especially that you've covered a whole lot of topics for appointment setting. So until the next topic, for sure there will be
Until the next
there,
topic,
there
role
are a
play,
lot.
hopefully for
Yes,
more people to join.
role play for the interviews and for team building. How about that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Let's schedule again. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much. I really
Thank you so
appreciate your
much.
time. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Talk to you soon.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bata mo, gay, B.O. Karon lang, upod ka karon lang.
Wala ka rin cover.
Ma'am life.
Ang ido ko no, wala pa ko no kakaon. Excuse na ka. So, may gasulod
Alex,
lang.
Alex.
Pasensyahin lang mga
Close na yung
extra.
door ni Koy Koy. Oo, gani. Kadi na, paman ko di gani. Yung mga extra.
Nagtulungan gid sila.
Oo, mayo pa na nagdungan ta. So, at least makap ko ni. Tapos,
Ila ko ni gani kasabad sa inyo.